Hey, it's Dan here. So I've just put together a real quick video, and it's going to be my #1 tip for online personal trainers. So if you're getting started, or if you're already an online trainer and you're not making the money you want from online training, my #1 tip for you is to choose a niche. So the thing I see all the time is trainers trying to compete in the online space, and they're trying to be everything to everyone. So it's just another online personal training program. They don't really have a specific niche that they're targeting, and the problem is with that is you're not just competing against trainers that are in your gym or in your local area. You're competing against basically every other trainer in the country or even in the world for that same client, and it's so much more competitive. So if you're in a local gym, you might have 2 or 3 trainers that you're competing against, or if you're in a big franchise gym, there might be 10 trainers. If you're working outdoors in a local area, you might have another 10 or 15, 20 companies, for that local area. But when you're going online, there's literally thousands, tens of thousands of other online personal trainers competing for that same customer. So the only way you're really going to sort of break into the online personal training space is if you niche down, because if every trainer is trying to be everything to everyone, your message just gets lost in a sea of other trainers out there. So my #1 tip for you is if you're going to think of becoming an online personal trainer, or if you want to set up a website, it's really to niche down and choose a particular market that you want to target. So what I mean by that is, here's 3 examples for you. Online personal training for postnatal women over 40, online personal training for bridal fitness, and online personal training for men weight loss over 50. So if you target a really specific niche like this, the benefit is that there's going to be so few people that you're going to be competing against, and you can actually be a big fish in a very small pond and make yourself an expert in this very small sub niche of a niche. So if you're just an online personal trainer and you're trying to target everyone, the chances of people doing business with you are going to be much less than if you are specialized in a particular market where you can really, brand yourself as the go-to person for that particular niche. So just going to come over online, and we're going to see what's out there at the moment. So I'm just going to do a general search, and we'll just do that. And we'll just click on a few random sites. So just bear in mind, these sort of first sites on probably the first page are going to have a bit more of a marketing budget, so they might actually get some traffic. But let's have a look at the sites on page 2 and 3 as well. All right, so we're just going to open up a few sites and then just see if we can sort of help them out a little bit. So when you open up a website, you've got to think, how do you respond to that website? So you've got to look in the eyes as if you're one of your customers. So the first thing I see when I open up this website is, okay, you've got a lady here, and we've got 4 benefits there. Live your passion, PT courses. Okay, I don't think this is actually online personal training, so we're going to click off that. Transforming lives, feel the transformative. Okay, that went a bit quick. Join a gym now, work out at home, change your life. Okay, so straight away she's got before and after photos. So before and after photos are always really good. Anytime you can have any type of social proof in, that's great. So before and after photos, and media that you've been featured in. Okay, some more testimonials there. Okay, a little bit about what they offer, a little bit workout video. Okay, this is always also good. So if you've ever been featured in any sort of media, always try and have that on the side as well. But the first thing here is really, if she's targeting females, then she really needs to call out her market. Are you a female over 40 or over 30, wants to train at home, have a headline straight off the bat above the fold. So above the fold means what you can see without scrolling, okay? And then everything else should lead you down the page to where you want it to go. Okay, so just going to click on a few more as we're going down. Okay, so the first thing I see here is lots of social proof. So they've got lots of before and after photos, which is great. And if you're just scrolling down, more before and after photos, there's no headline here, so I don't really know who he's pulling out. Obviously, it's going to be weight loss. but you really want a headline in now, just to have some sort of benefit-driven headline at the top. Tell your target market what you can do for them. White writing on black background is always difficult to read, so try and avoid that if you can. And just reading through. So here's the sales copy. And with this site here, what you'll see with a lot of personal training websites is something called Me Too marketing, where they just talk about themselves for the whole sales. Okay, so what you got to remember is when people land on your website, you know, they're looking for a solution to a problem that they've got, and really what's going in the back of their mind is what's in it for me. So what's in it for me all the time? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? What can you do for me to the top that your competition can't? So basically, you need to talk to your competition like you're having a chat, you know, over a coffee or a beer, and you're just going to tell them how you can help them. So if you read through this guy's copy, it's all about him. So if you can see here, it's my goal, I work out. So he's talking about himself. I am, I appreciate, I want to. See, it's all about him. I have. So what you want to do is just have a read through your own sales copy, and anytime you see an I, change it to a you. So it's all about the person reading the sales copy. It's not about you. If you want to talk about yourself, just put that on the about us page, okay, and leave all that stuff for the about us page, and you know, leave it to your customer, your prospect, and what you can do for them. Again, social proof, which is good, and you know, just a little bit about the program. White writing on background is always hard to read. And a few more testimonials. Okay, so again, okay, what's the headline? The Ultimate Online Personal Training Plan. So it's not really targeting anyone. It's just a sort of a very kind of vanilla headline. It looks like he's got an actor there with a bit of social proof. Again, it's I am fortunate, my job, I am, I take, I have. You know, it's all about him. You know, it's not about you. It's about what you can do for your customer. So put that stuff on the about page and tell your customer, your prospects, how you can help them. Can't see any real before and after those. It's just more of him, and then he's back into talking about himself again. I pride. For me here, you know, it's all about him. He has got social proof here. He's got those magazines that he's been featured in, and I think he's got an actor up here, which is good. But other than that, he really needs to sort of focus on a niche, or if he wants to be, you know, a celebrity trainer, he really needs to sort of target that market a little bit more specific. And just go through here. He's got a little bit of a headline. Let's take the guesswork. Don't really sort of tell you who he's working with. So, and then over the last 10 years, I've been working with Oscar. So he's, you know, a little bit of authority in there, a little bit of social proof. He's got media that he's been featured in. There's no before and after photos. He's got some testimonials, looks like from other actors, which is good, and some other actors. So he's using that social proof. He's using the celebrities to, you know, try and sort of get some of that celebrity status rubbing off on him, which is good. But he probably just needs some more before and after photos, a little more sales copy. Some more before and after. He's got some testimonials there, which is good. And then, I don't know what this is. Okay. So there's no, you know, this just have a look at how sort of messy this page is. It doesn't really pull you in anywhere. So if you're landing on this page, what you can see straight thing, online personal training, start today, get results anywhere. You know, who are you targeting, what you can do for your market, your customer. Got a guarantee, which is good. Anytime you can offer a guarantee, always offer one, because, you know, people worry about offering a guarantee, but the amount of people that actually take you up on that guarantee is actually quite small. So you're actually going to make more money, more sales by having a guarantee than not having one at all. So always try and have a guarantee if you can. But as you can see, it's kind of very vanilla. So really my number one tip if you are starting an online personal training business is to choose a niche. And just a quick formula for writing your sales copy. You know, the good thing about having a specific niche is you can write your sales copy to that niche. So headline straight above the fold, you might have something calling out your target market. So are you, you know, a woman over 40, just had a baby and needs to lose the tummy fat, or, you know, belly fat, you know, fat around her hips, tummy, thighs, whatever. So straight away, You know, if you're a lady over 40 that's just had a baby and you read a headline like that, then straight away they know they're in the right place, and you've pulled them into the page and they're going to begin reading a little bit more. So your sales copy becomes a lot more powerful. Next step here is you're just going to find a person's pain. So you need to remember, when people buy, they buy on emotion and then they justify with logic. Okay, so they don't buy on logic, they buy on emotion and then they justify with logic. So you need to find their pain points. So, you know, for a lady, for example, over 40, you know, she's probably wanting to get her body back, you know, pre-baby. So, you know, her pain points would be, you know, do you want to get your, you know, your pre-baby body back, lose the weight around your hips, tummy, thighs, you know, so you just sort of finding that pain for them. Then next off, you would agitate the pain. So, you know, you might have like 3 or 4 bullet points. You know, do you feel, you know, less energy? You know, do you feel maybe less unattractive? You know, just trying to agitate that pain a little bit, just trying to stir up some emotion. Then the solution, that's your program. Okay, here's the answer. Here's what we can do for you. This is what our program includes. You know, we include, you know, 30-day meal plans. We do, you know, 5 workouts a week. You know, then you list maybe in bullet points or in sales copy your solution, how you can help them. Then after your solution, then you would have your social proof. Okay, so that's testimonials, before and afters. Basically, you want to back up what you're saying in the solution with good social proof. So it's not just you saying that you can help them. You've actually got clients that are saying the same thing and that you've helped them. And then lastly, you would have your call to action. So you basically want to tell them how to buy. So I'm just going to give you a real quick example of what sales copy is. And we're going to be setting up kettlebell courses here in Sydney and Australia soon. And I'm not going to talk too much about SEO quickly, but if you just so very quickly, kettlebell courses Sydney, you know, we're in the top 1 and 2 spots. We talk about that inside the PT business supremacy area, is how to do the SEO. So I'm not going to go too much into it in this video. So first off, we're going to go through the sales copy. So straight away, there's a benefit-driven headlines. There's actually, first off, what's coming up is a pop-up. So, you know, really, when people land on your website, you want to get their email address or you want to make a sale. They're the 2 main things that you want to do. So we can try and get their email address straight away. Later on, we'll have a bait on there with some kind of giveaway, but at the moment, it's just, you know, get a discount off because we haven't got anything ready yet. So just going to the headline, benefit-driven. You know, discover how to train with kettlebells like a pro, even if you've never trained one before. So straight away, we've got a benefit-driven headline. And then next off, we've got pain. So the Australian fitness industry is competitive. So we're talking about, you know, how competitive the industry is over here. Then we would agitate that pain, asking a few questions to sort of agitate that pain a little bit. And then the answer, so we're going to the solution. Okay, so the answer obviously is to buy one of our courses. And he would talk a little bit about the courses that you're offering, why they should buy it. And then you would talk about what's on offer, what you're actually getting inside of the program, inside of certification. So just talking about the offer. And then next off, we come to social proof. So these are students of ours. Okay, and then we come to the call to action. So we're just going to, the difference between making a sale and not making a sale is basically having it more painful not to buy than to buy. So we're just making it more painful for them not to buy and to try and make the program exciting. And then at the end here, we have a money back guarantee. Got to remember, you know, we might make an extra 100 sales by having a money back guarantee. And out of those extra 100 sales that we're going to make by having it, you might only get 2 or 3 money back people taking you up on that. So, you know, it's much more lucrative for you to get a testimonial, a guarantee than not to have one. So always try and have a guarantee if you can. And then the quick PS. So the PS just always highlights your most important aspects of your offer. A few more testimonials, and then call to action, book your course today. So that was just a real quick rundown of how to write sales copy. So just going back to the number 1 tip of how to set up an online personal training website, and that is to choose a specific niche. And that way, when you are calling out your prospects, when you're writing your sales copy, you can speak to that person as an individual person, and you're trying not to be everything to everyone. And also, the other good thing about that is, you know, it's going to be much easier to rank on Google for online personal training postnatal over 40 than it is for online personal training. So you're going to get way more traffic coming in by going for that long tail, for that very specific niche, trying to rather rank for online personal training, which is going to be very tough to rank on the first page of Google. You're going to spend a lot of money with SEO trying to do that, whereas you can take that long tail and it'll be much easier. The other thing as well, if you're advertising on Facebook, it's easy to run Facebook ads to a female over 40 that has just had a baby. You know, in the targeting within Facebook, you can be able to find that. You can find men over 50 for weight loss. So with Facebook ads, it's going to be much easier for you. On SEO, with Google, it's going to be much easier for you. And when people do land on your website, you've got a specific offer for your target market, and you're going to convert much higher on your sales page. So it just makes life a lot easier if you do have a niche. So if you're going into online personal training, please just don't be another online personal trainer. Choose a niche and become an expert in that niche.